What is going on, everybody? Goofy Rexy here, and hope everybody is doing well today. And wanted to do this video. I get this question a lot on Twitch. It is, what T4 should I invest into my Astonishing X-Men team? So I'm going to be going through today the T4s that I currently have in my Astonishing X-Men, and what and probably make some recommendations here on maybe some additional T4s that you might want to put into your team. I will say this, that your T4s may vary per person based on your likes or your dislikes. It also may vary as well based on your stars and red stars. So for instance, a character like Bishop, you may want to put more T4s into him if your stars are not, let's say, higher than 5 and 4, right? You may want to put some more T4s into that character just to sort of make up for some of the damage that you may be missing. But we will talk about that today in this video. I'm using this team right now in Doom raids, Doom 1.0 raids. They perform very well with these T4s, using them in war against Doc Ock Sinister 16 mainly. Big Doc Ock. Big Doc Ock, right? G15 Doc Ock. So it performs very well against it. So we're talking about the T4s here. I usually go, like I said, pretty minimal investment, as much as I can, as least a little as I can, to get the job that I need them to do in the content that I need them to perform in. But let's start off here with Jubilee. I actually have 3 T4s into Jubilee right now. Let's start off with her passive ability. So with the passive ability, you're getting an additional 10% max health for self, and then you're also getting an additional 10% max health for the Astonishing X-Men allies. You're also giving Astonishing X-Men allies in raids specifically an additional 10% damage for herself, and then also Astonishing X-Men allies as well. But the reason why I actually like this T4 is for this top line right here, which is fill speed bar by 10% for ally beasts. So with her passive, when an Astonishing X-Men ally drops below 50% health, she fills an ally beast speed bar now by 30%, as opposed to what it was before, which was 20%. And she also generates an ability energy for allied beasts as well. This is a big deal because Beast is he does a lot for your team. He's your cleanser. He gives you defense up, offense up, speed up boost. Every time that he takes a turn, he heals. So being able to get Beast to go quicker is important. And definitely important if an ally is dropping below 50%, that Beast is able to go to then make sure that he heals that character. So a lot of things that you're getting from this passive ability: additional health, additional damage, and of course being able to get Beast to go quicker. Always a good thing for your Astonishing X-Men team. Ultimate ability. I don't think that this is going to be one of your primary first T4s into Jubilee, but I will say that I do think that this is actually a very good T4. So with this T4 on the ultimate, you're getting an additional 100% damage. It doesn't matter, whatever it is, like a T4 that gives you an additional 100% damage. Even though Jubilee is not a big damage dealer, additional 100% damage is still pretty impactful in my personal opinion. But this is the reason why I actually like this T4. You're reducing the speed bar of the primary target by an additional 10%. So prior to this, before, it was attack the primary target for 300% damage, not 400, and then reduce the speed bar by 15%, and then apply stun. So when you do this ability, when you T4 this ability now, you're getting the additional 10% speed bar reduction, which is now a full 25% on the speed bar reduction. And of course, you're still applying that stun. You're also attacking all other enemies. This was only 150% damage. You're now getting 200% damage on this as well. But the reason why I like this is because of the speed bar reduction. This is actually, the additional 10% makes a huge impact in a lot of the game modes that I play, where I use Jubilee against Doc Ock, where I use Jubilee against Emma in the Doom raid nodes. Being able to get that additional 10% speed bar reduction and also being able to get that stun really impacts those matchups for me. So that's the reason why I actually do really like this T4. Not your primary T4. You could even probably most likely not even do this T4, although you still do get the additional damage. Getting the additional damage is nice, but I will say that I like this T4 because of the additional speed bar reduction. That's one of the reasons why I recommend that T4. Now with her special ability, when you T4 this, you're getting her to apply offense up to self and all Astonishing X-Men allies, plus 60% damage to the primary target, and then you're getting an assist from all Astonishing X-Men allies. So before, it was apply offense up to self and 2 random Astonishing X-Men allies, and then it was attack the primary target for, it was 240%, now it's 300%. but then gain assist at 50% damage from it was before it was T4, it was 3 to 4 random Astonishing X-Men allies and not all. So this is good because now you're getting the assists from all the Astonishing X-Men allies. You're applying offense up to all the Astonishing X-Men allies. So this is going to be more damage that you're going to be able to get from their team. And if this is able to kill the primary target, you're going to be able to spread those 3 negative effects from the primary target to all the other enemies. So of course, having offense up on all Astonishing X-Men allies and then having an assist from all the Astonishing X-Men allies now makes this a little bit more of an actuality, right? You have a higher chance of being able to actually get this benefit from it by doing that. So in my opinion, I would say this is probably your second C4, passive first, special second, and then probably the ultimate that I talked about a little bit first. Now, people do like the basic, and I actually there's a valid point for this. I don't personally think it's necessary, but with the basic ability attacking the primary target, 230% damage, 50% chance to apply blind. But in raids you're always applying blind. So I think the reason why people T4 this is because they want the additional 20% chance to apply blind outside of raids, which I do understand. The problem is though, apart from like maybe War and Dark Dimension, I don't see where the extra 20%, if it was a guaranteed outside of raids, holla at me. But because it's only 20%, I don't think it's as impactful as maybe others will think. Now, some people do run Striker on Jubilee, so being able to have it at 70% chance and the double tap almost guarantees outside of raids that she will land the blind, you could make that case. But once again, I don't really think it's that important of a T4. I would probably hold off on that one. All right, next character here is going to be Beast. Now, I only have a special ability. I think this is the only one that you need. With the passive ability, you're getting an extra 10% resistance for self and all and X-Men allies. I don't really think you need it. It's never been the reason why I'm like, oh man, I lost a matchup. So I don't really think that you need that on them at all. With the ultimate ability, you're applying regeneration to self if you T4 and all mutant allies. Now, I will say this, like applying regeneration can be good, but I also think that it actually counteracts what you want him to do on the team. If you apply regeneration to the allies, they could probably stay above 50% health. You kind of want Beast to be able to speed up, so I feel like it kind of counteracts what you want him to do on the team. You want a character or two to go below 50% so that Beast can go, right? So in my opinion, I do think that you don't need the addition, and you just don't need the additional regeneration. He gives enough boosted health anyways. I think overall you're actually going to be fine if you don't T4 this. Special ability though, before you T4 this, it was only clearing 1 to 2 negative effects. This gives you a guarantee of being able to clear 2 negative effects as opposed to like the RNG of 1 to 2, because you could only clear 1 and then you're screwed. But this gives you the guarantee of being able to clear all 2 negative effects. So I definitely think that that's a good T4. Basic ability, you're just getting additional damage. Not worth it in my opinion. So only T4 in my opinion on Beast is just this one, to be able to clear 2 negative effects himself and all Astonishing X-Men allies. That's the best one I think to throw on him. Now Bishop, another tricky one, because a lot of people T4 everything on Bishop, and you're not wrong if you do that, right? Like Bishop is a Haas, man. He does a lot of damage. I just don't think he needs all of his T4. So the only ones that I have on him right now are, as you can see, are his passive ability and then his ultimate ability. And I just find that those are probably the most impactful ones for me. So with the passive ability, I'm trying to remember all the stuff that you're getting. So with taunt, you're getting the extra 10% damage reduction. You're also now going from a 50% chance to counterattack to now 100% chance to counterattack. That's a big deal. If I'm not mistaken on this too, you're getting, actually those are actually the only 2 things that you're getting. You're getting the additional 10% damage reduction, and then you're getting the additional 50% chance to counterattack, which now moves it from 50% to now 100%. So that's actually, in my opinion, passive is definitely irrelevant, because every time he counterattacks, he does damage. That's a big deal. That's probably the main reason why you're doing it. And of course, getting the extra 10% damage reduction is also good too. Ultimate ability. This one is like a no-brainer. Absolutely, like the passive and ultimate for me on Bishop are absolutely no-brainers. With this, it's a low cooldown, number 1, 2-turn cooldown. He's attacking the primary target. You're getting additional, let's just talk about it, right? 60% damage to the primary and secondary targets. And then you're getting an additional 120% damage to the primary and secondary targets if charged. He's going to be charged a lot. People are going to target him a lot. He's going to be doing 540% damage. I don't really think I need to talk about it. It's just a lot more damage. Beast does a lot of damage. The end. Special ability. Special ability, I do think that you can make a case for this because you're getting an extra 60% damage on all attacks. So you're getting it, you would get it here on the primary attack if you don't have Jubilee with him. But if you do have Jubilee, he's getting offense up, and then he would go from 340% damage to 60% to 400% damage instead. Now, granted, like I said, this is a good T4. I don't think it's a bad one. I just, once again, I'm very frugal with my T4s. I don't feel like you need it. I don't think it has been as impactful for me to have it. This ultimate ability does enough damage, and it's a 2-turn cooldown. I don't feel like I really need this T4, but if you put this T4 in him, this might be one of those T4s that you throw into Bishop because you don't have that many red stars, right? So maybe your stars on Bishop are maybe 4 and 4, and you're using them in Doom raids. Like I have a 6 and 5 Bishop. Like I just don't feel like it has been that impactful for me to need it on him. But you probably, if you have less red stars, then that you could definitely make it. You could definitely make a case that that's probably a good T4 to throw on him. Basic ability, you're just getting an additional 60% damage, but I don't want to say it's just an additional 60% damage because I do want to say that you are going to be countering a lot. That 60% damage can carry. You're probably most likely going to put Striker on Bishop, so that 60% damage is going to be impactful. So if you put a T4 on Bishop, he's a big damage dealer. He's going to be doing a lot of attacks. He's going to be doing a lot of counter attacks. He's going to be a striker. You're going to be doing a lot of double attacks. The T4 on his basic actually does make a lot of sense. So once again, this is one of those, if you have less T4, if you have less red stars on the character, throw these T4s on them. They're definitely going to be impactful for you. So, but for me personally, I think the ones that make the most impact are his ultimate ability and definitely his passive because of that 100% chance to counter attack. All right. And then Kitty Pryde. Only one T4 on Kitty Pryde, which is her passive ability. And in fairness, like to a certain extent, sometimes I wonder why I did this one. And then I remember, oh yeah, the reason why I do this is because with her passive ability, this is like Kitty Pryde doesn't suck. By the way, I just want to say this. Kitty Pryde doesn't suck. For people who say Kitty Pryde sucks, she does not suck. She's sometimes the reason why my team survives because she applies evades. And that's the reason why in raids, she applies evades. And that's actually the reason why I have this T4 on her passive ability. She gives herself an additional stealth for an additional turn. She gets plus 5% healing. But this was the real reason why I T4 this. Always apply evade to the most injured Astonishing X-Men ally. This sometimes saves my beast. Like sometimes my beast is like, he's close, y'all. He's about to die. And here comes an evade from Kitty Pryde. Thank you, Lord. So this is honestly, this is the only T4 I think you need on Kitty Pryde, and it's just for the simple fact that she will always apply evade as opposed to the 60% chance that she gives before it's T4'd. That's the reason why I have that T4 here on Kitty Pryde's passive. Her ultimate ability, just additional damage. I don't think it's worth it. This one right here, 50% plus 50% damage to all targets. Fill speed bar by 10% if an enemy has taunt. Don't really need it. You're fine. And then basic ability, I almost T4 this because I wanted to clear 2 positive effects from a primary target instead of just clearing 1. But then I put Striker on her, and that kind of takes care of being able to clear the positive effects if I need to. So therefore, I'm actually like 100% okay with her not having that basic T4'd. I almost considered it, but it's Kitty Pryde. You don't need it on her. It's probably more like a luxury T4 in my opinion. And then we come to Iceman. Iceman passive ability. Everybody's passive except for Beast is pretty good. But I have the passive ability here on Iceman. And the only reason why is because of the additional reduce armor by 10% when an enemy has slow, and then reducing damage by 10% when an enemy has slow as well. So those are the only T4s. That's the only T4 that I currently do have in Iceman. The rest of them are all, he does additional damage. He gets an additional 10% barrier for himself. he does additional damage. He's not a damage dealer. He does additional damage. Like, it's not really relevant. So in my opinion, these are the only T4s that I think you need for your Astonishing X-Men team. The Jubilee, these three are good. I would go passive, special, ultimate next, and then if you like the basic, that's okay. You can also throw that on her too. I don't think you need it. Beast, only thing you need here is this to clear up 2 positive effects. That's all. Bishop, you could go with all of them, especially if you have lower red stars on him. Then you could probably go with those on Bishop as well. But right now, I think only passive and ultimate, if you're looking to save on T4s, are the only ones that you need. Kitty Pryde, passive, don't do her basic. I was thinking about it, but don't do it. And Iceman, his passive ability as well. Listen, hopefully you guys found this video to be helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions about anything. Always happy. I could also do T4 videos for other teams too as well. If you guys want me to do that, it's up to you. But I feel like Astonishing X-Men, this is a question that I get a lot. So I'm figuring, hey, I might as well just do a video on this one. But listen, guys, like I said, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Appreciate you guys so much. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe.